Welcome students. We are talking about the liquid pressure, that is the pressure exerted by the liquids. We have last studied the pressure exerted by the solid objects. So before we start with the pressure exerted by the liquids, let's first discuss some important points about the pressure exerted by the solids, which will also help us to understand the basic differences between the pressure exerted by a solid object and that of pressure exerted by a liquid. So let's start. First point, pressure exerted by a solid depends upon the surface area. So pressure exerted by a solid depends upon the surface area on which the solid is applying its thrust, that is the force. So we have seen the many different examples in which we want to increase the surface area, due to which the pressure decreases, and there are some other examples in which area is decreased but the pressure increases. So pressure exerted by a solid depends upon the surface area. Second point, a solid exerts pressure only in the downward direction due to its weight only. So whenever a solid is exerting its pressure, that pressure is arising due to the thrust, which is nothing but the weight of the body, weight of the solid acting in the vertically downward direction. So the solid is able to exert its pressure due to its weight, because weight always acts in the vertically downward direction. So pressure also acts only in the vertically downward direction, only for the solid objects. A solid cannot exert pressure sidewise, that is, a solid cannot exert lateral pressure, because a solid has its weight only acting in the vertically downward direction, so it cannot exert pressure in the sidewise. That is, if we have a horizontal surface on which a solid object is present, then weight of the object will always be acting in the vertically downward direction. So this weight acting in the vertically downward direction will be responsible for the pressure exerted by the solid. But a solid cannot apply the pressure in the upward direction. There can be no pressure onto the left side or to the right side. So sidewise there is no exertion of pressure. So this sidewise pressure, which we normally called as the lateral pressure, it cannot be generated by the pressure of the solid always acts in the vertically downward direction. So these points you have to be taken care in mind while studying and comparing the pressure exerted by the solid and that of a liquid. Now if we come to the liquid case, a liquid can exert pressure in all the directions below its free surface. So this point we have to remember, that a liquid can exert pressure in all the possible directions below its free surface. So if we consider that here we have a beaker in which we have placed a liquid, in which a liquid is placed, and this top surface of the liquid is known as the free surface. So liquid is in contact with the beaker from the left side, side number 1, side number 2 on the right side, and at its bottom surface. So this surface, top surface, which is in contact with the air, we call it as the free surface of the liquid. So if you select any point of a liquid present inside this container, liquid can exert its pressure in all the possible directions but below its free surface. So liquid pressure is not restricted only in the vertically downward direction, but it can also apply pressure in the sidewise also, as well as in the upward direction. Later we will see an activity in order to prove this. Next, pressure exerted by a liquid is called liquid pressure. A liquid can exert lateral pressure also, that we have just seen. So how we define a liquid pressure? Thrust acting per unit area is called liquid pressure. Thrust acting per unit area is called liquid pressure. So this thing is very important, per unit area. When we define the pressure exerted by a solid, we defined it like the pressure exerted by a solid is the thrust acting on a given surface area. So when we are defining the pressure exerted by a solid, we are using the word on a given surface area. Why? Because if the same weight of the solid object act on the different surface area, then the pressure exerted by the solid also changes. Greater the surface area, lesser will be the pressure. You reduce the area, pressure will be increasing. But no such thing exists for the liquids. For the case of the liquids, we define the pressure as the thrust acting on unit surface area. Unit surface area means whether the pressure thrust of the liquid is acting on a greater surface area or whether it is acting on a smaller surface area, the pressure always remains the same. In simple word, we can say that the pressure applied by the solids, it does depend upon the surface area, but in case of the liquids, the pressure exerted by the liquid is independent of the surface area. So this thing you have to remember. But for finding the pressure, the mathematical formula is same as that of the pressure exerted by the solid, that pressure is equal to thrust per unit area.